Our lives changed in March of 2023 when we abandoned our careers, sold everything, and packed our bags to start a life of travel and adventure. In the 52 weeks and 51 episodes since then, we've hiked, driven, flown, and sailed across North America and the Bahamas. We're Paige and Daniel, traveling with our Great Dane, Winston. Join us as we share our greatest fears, challenges, accomplishments, and the most beautiful places we've been in our first year of dreams. We quit our jobs at 38 years old to travel full time.
As you're sitting there watching this, it has been a full year since we started this lifestyle.
We've had fun and adventures, challenges ever since. We have Winston. So when we first started traveling, we tried to find places that were going to be dog friendly, that would make it easy for us to travel with Winston. We did not think that we would ever be able to do this lifestyle while he was with us. We ended up going to Victoria in British Columbia, and that was the most dog-friendly place that we've ever been.
Leaving the US, and that over there is Canada.
But yeah, no stamp on our passport
Because they're not signed.
we forgot to sign them.
Not bad.
My biggest surprise of this whole thing is that we're actually on a boat.
Yeah.
That we actually went ahead and pulled that trigger and got ourselves on a boat.
Winston, you're gonna stay here? Yep. I love you. Darling, you're gonna stay here?
I'm gonna stay here.
Yes. I love you.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Winston. It's just you and me now, pups. We got a couple of 1,000 miles to go. A short time to get there. Buckle up.
We started by looking at RVs. Now, I talked to a friend of mine, and he suggested that we get an RV with a diesel engine. So, after searching RVs high and low, we came across what is called a schoolie. Now, a schoolie is a school bus that has been converted into an RV, and we found that to be quite fascinating, very unique, and I think it would check all of our boxes. Thousands of people live and travel in schoolies throughout the United States, so we thought this is going to be the best situation for us. And I think we found the perfect one. It's 2-bed, full bath. It has a galley kitchen, and it has all of the things like solar, water. We're going to be able to really live off-grid and travel the United States in a vehicle like this.
So to that end, I flew out to North Carolina to take a look at a schoolie. We've made it to the airport, as you can see, and that was a successful trip, I think. Really like the schoolie. I think we're gonna move forward on. Called up the owner, made an offer, we're accepted, and yeah, that's where we are with that.
And after much thought, we decided to begin the process of purchasing our next home. So exciting. In order to get ready, we set up a wire transfer to the seller, as well as purchasing 2 brand new 40 amp Renogy batteries. We canceled all of our Airbnb reservations for the fall and scheduled a pickup of our bus for August so that we begin the next chapter of our lives. But not everything goes to plan. 4 weeks later, our wire transfer still was being returned
4 different times.
for 4 different reasons.
Wire transfers get returned.
We checked on the batteries we had ordered, and they had not yet been shipped from the warehouse.
And when you start pounding on things and the nail's just not going in, you know, that might mean that you're not supposed to drive that nail. So the universe was telling us that this isn't the right course for us. So we abandoned that option.
As is life, we took this as a sign from the universe that, you know, maybe this isn't the best for us, and maybe we need to look somewhere else.
And so we still are looking for this consistency, this comfort, this way to explore and travel and see the world, but have a home base. And as you guys are probably well aware, we love to sail. You know, it's always been our dream to sail around the world, but you know, we do have the Winston. Isn't that right, Winston? He's tired.
So we felt that we might need to stay on land because of the Winston factor. Winston's not much of a water dog, but we started thinking maybe we could if we found the perfect boat.
So we do have the Winston. So finding a boat that can accommodate the Winston is a bit of a challenge. We've always had our eye, however, on a make and model called the Beneteau Sense.
Our dream has been a Beneteau Sense 50. We found one that fits the bill perfectly. She's beautiful, monohull. She has a low transom and a shallow companionway, so Winston can get up and down and move around easily. Flew to Florida, did a haul out, a survey, and she is gorgeous. We think this might be the perfect boat for us. Except for some damage that the owner and the broker failed to mention. We were online and found the vessel had been salvaged after having 5 significant punctures. It had major rudder damage. It was taking on water, so then the guy who was captaining it put it on the sandbar, which is not good for a sailboat keel. And so, we didn't know what to do. So we called up some trusted friends and asked their advice.
And in no uncertain terms,
they said,
run, don't walk.
Don't walk, run.
Away from this boat.
Maybe she wasn't so perfect after all.
Well, that sucks.
So the search continues.
That's where we are now. Well, that's not where I am now. Paige is there now. I'm in South Dakota. And it's raining. And it's flat.
Welcome to Georgia.
So the friends we talked to about the Sense 50 recommended that we look at a catamaran. And so we're here. And this is where the plot twists.
Hey! Oh! My proudest moment. We were hunkered down at Great Sail Key for a week, and we had, 20, 30 knots consistent wind all week. Oh, we were just so ready for it to be done. So the last night we got up to 40 knots. It was intense, and we started dragging anchor. And it wasn't just like a little bit of a drag, we were flying. Our boat was completely out of control. So So funny story, I just got off the phone with my mom and she was calling to check on us. I'm assuring her that we're safe, got a good holding, this is a great place for us to be. And get off the phone with her and our wind speeds start picking up to high 30s,
42.
40s.
Yeah, it was consistent 40 and then gusting 42.
We realized we were dragging. And then we're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and bring up the bridle and let out some more chain. That's the best thing to do when you're dragging. And then all of a sudden,
100 feet, 120, 150,
Like-
200 feet.
before we knew it, we were 200 feet
Yeah.
away from where we started.
Yeah. Time we finally got it under control and got ourselves stopped and able to start kind of figuring out this whole thing. We were 500 feet
Oh my god.
from where we started.
Guys, it was like saga. It
It's about half an hour of.
is it only half an hour? It felt like
It's 9 o'clock now.
forever.
You can see what time you get off the phone with your mom. But yeah, no,
it was a nightmare because
everything that could have transpired.
Yeah.
Like we learned our windlass
We
system
learned so much. Oh my gosh.
now. Oh. Yeah, and of course it's still blowing 40 knots and raining.
Oh yes,
And-
spitting, and
Yeah.
at least we have our radios.
Oh yeah, we
Those
have our headsets.
headsets?
Yeah, those married too. They're waterproof apparently. You have to learn.
Oh, at least we hope they are. And we had, our tethers, so we're, tethering in and locking in as we go along with our jack lines.
Yeah. But yeah, and then the little strap that goes underneath the bridle.
So yeah, the bridle
yeah,
was like kind of broken.
It was a rapid unscheduled disassembly.
All the meantime, we left Winston in the salon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the whole time he's barking and howling and
yeah.
oh, I don't want to tell my mom. I was like, yeah, Mom, as soon as I got off the phone with you, shit hit the
All
fan.
shit broke loose. Well, she'll find out if she watches this, so
She will.
sorry, Maggie.
I did find myself saying, I don't think I like the Bahamas.
I think our sample size is too small to make that determination. That's what just happened.
But I'm so proud of that moment because we really came together. We made that moment our bitch. Okay? We did it. And we communicated very effectively through the whole process. We handled it safely. I am so proud of us for taking care of that very intense, scary moment. And we walked away. We were able to laugh about it.
I'd say my proudest moment, or I feel the most pride in, is leaving the Abacos and getting to Eleuthera.
We're heading to Little Harbor. That's the plan.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll only be there for a few days, but we might be there for a week or more.
We had originally tried to plan it so it kind of just a couple of day sails, but the opportunity came for us to go ahead and make the run. And then we knew that it was going to be a night passage, traveling in some heavier seas than we really felt comfortable with, and be arriving to an unknown anchorage in the dark.
Yeah. The weather is perfect, it seems, for us to go directly to Egg Island in Eleuthera and skip Little Harbor altogether.
But it seems like the best weather window for another week or more.
Yeah.
We could try and squeak it out in 2 or 3 more days from now, but that's looking iffy too. Get back on this course and keep kind of... I don't want to not go because we're scared of what happened last time. We are going to have to do overnights eventually. So I want to be smart about it, but I also just want to go ahead and do it. gonna go.
Part of me is just like, yes, let's do it. And part of me is just like, what the fuck are we thinking? The weather seems to be favorable though.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We're taking the turn. We're leaving Abaco. Woo! That was feels a little reckless, but it's not. It's not. That's the thing. It just feels that way. It's not really. Woo!
Gotta get through this part.
I know. We'll be okay. Exciting.
Yeehaw.
Woo! Winston, it's okay. I believe it's sprinkling on us now.
You're right.
It's official. We're doing it. We are officially offshore. Are we breathing?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm shaking because I'm cold or if I'm nervous.
I know, right? Like the adrenaline is unreal right now.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is fine. Like right now we have some rolly waves. Everything's pretty gentle. We're at about 10 knots apparent wind. We're cruising
Taking it
along
6 knots.
at about 6 knots. We'll be there before we know it.
Yep.
I want to talk about our scariest moment
Yeah.
because that first overnight, we were very ambitious.
Mhm.
We wanted to get from St. Augustine all the way down to Fort Pierce. We were planning to do it overnight. It was going to be great.
Mhm.
Beautiful morning here in St. Augustine, and we are going to Fort Pierce.
That's the plan.
Oh, it's going to be a long one, but should be. We're expecting beautiful winds,
Mhm.
beautiful day,
Yep.
all day. And so we need to take advantage of this window because after it just dies down.
Yeah, it's looking like this is our best opportunity to get down there in a good amount of time. So.
Yeah.
It just amazes me like how nervous I get every time we get started. Just thinking about all the things and you know, once we're out doing, I'm like, oh, what was I freaking out about? I wasn't freaking. There's no reason to be scared about it. You know, and we were just talking about how we haven't done this a lot.
We were planning on a one-night sail. Who knows? It might turn into a 2-night, just depending on how fast we go. I don't want to wish for more than we can handle.
Look at gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah. We're getting ready to have some dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel and I have both taken naps this afternoon.
Yep.
And I think after dinner, I'll go to bed
Mm-hmm.
for a few hours and then we'll start switching back and forth.
Just is an ideal sail
Yeah, it's
for
a
us.
beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful night.
Yeah. All right, so it's kind of an interesting evening so far. The sun is setting, and Daniel was making dinner, and the wind really picked up.
Yeah, the wind. We've been getting 10, 12 all day, and now we're starting to see 20s.
Right. We were expecting the wind to kind of die off a little bit as the sun goes down, but it's actually picking up.
Yeah, not so much.
So instead of one reef, we put in 2.
Yep. So that should get us all the way up through about 25 apparent. So we'll see from there.
Woo!
But yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, we're sustained, 17, 18.
Yeah, but we're still going even with 2 reefs in. We
still hit over 7 just now.
Yeah, we're going 6.5, 7 knots easily. So it's not slowing us down for sure.
No.
And but yeah, it should be a lovely evening.
Yeah, a beautiful evening. But the sun's going down.
And amazing sunset. All right, so it's kind of scary. We are rocking and rolling pretty hard, taking the waves right on our beam. We're going like 5.5, 6.5 knots. Oh, 7.5. So we're making good time, which is great, I guess. But God, I feel like we're getting a beating.
Yeah, the winds, I've seen some top up around 20, and we have 2 reefs in, which is perfectly fine for where we're at. So we have to make a turn south, which is going to put the wind more, instead of off our beam, more on our nose, and put the sea state on our nose. So I don't know what that's going to do, what that's really going to do for us here.
Yeah.
When we have waves crashing,
Over
all
the boat.
the way over the 38-foot boat, that was really overwhelming for us.
Yeah.
And we weren't ready for it.
Were we in any danger, or were we just really scared?
The next morning, we reached out to a friend of ours. He found an article about a catamaran that had a mayday.
They were traveling down from the Annapolis Boat Show, and a wave hit the side of the boat. It broke a port light, and water started flooding in. There was too much for the bilge pump. They couldn't stop it. Issued a mayday and had to get rescued, and the boat was lost.
With that knowledge, I think that we weren't in over our heads, so to speak.
Yeah, the waves proved
Literally.
that.
Yeah, I think that was the first realization that we're out here by ourselves.
Yeah.
And we might call for help on a mayday, but it's not like maydays, it's not like they're there. That was a real wake up for us,
Yeah.
I think, which is probably a good thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I would say my biggest challenge has been going from a comfortable lake sailor to a open water offshore cruiser. The waves are very different in the middle of open water versus the lake. Like, lake sailing is very calm and smooth. We usually went out on pleasant days. We didn't necessarily go out when it was blowing 20 knots. We were looking for pleasant sails, not necessarily challenging sails. So now, in this life, we have these challenges of like, well, we're out here and it's 15, 20, 25 knots, and ready or not, here it is. We have all these waves, we have to deal with them.
And this is the best opportunity to get where you're going.
Yeah, and it's like, we're just gonna suck it up and deal with it.
This feels better or safer or I don't know what, but yeah, we're doing 6 knots. The winds are 21. This all go up to 22, and this feels just fine, as opposed to 17 with the full sail out and doing 5 knots. So I don't know.
That's probably my biggest challenge is really getting comfortable, knowing what the boat can take, me getting comfortable so I can take it too, developing that callous, that grit that's really needed for this lifestyle. From what we've learned from getting on this boat,
Yeah.
so many things we would have done
Yeah.
differently.
In hindsight, when I was checking into the Bahamas at West End, I was talking with another couple, and they were checking in, and they were leaving right then to go down to the Berries, and then to the Exumas and the Raggeds. Knowing what we know now of how the weather has been, how it was in the Abacos, and just kind of what it's been, yeah, should have followed them.
We explored on the water side, British Columbia, when we first got there, and that was really cool.
That was spectacular.
That may be the most beautiful place
Oh,
I think we
Yeah.
went to, in my opinion. That trip was just spectacular. We really became more comfortable with our sailing skills, and that was the trip when we were like, I think we could do this. Like, we could really do this. It was just beautiful.
yeah.
And I think that was the most beautiful place we've been.
I would say the drive from eastern Washington to western Washington. Through the Cascades and entering, from into the forests and past Mount Rainier, and just like that was just waterfalls bloody everywhere.
That was pretty neat.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous, amazing views. Honestly, this county park didn't look like much when we first pulled in, but wow. We just walked all through the tide pools, we took turns because, Winston, we don't want Winston walking in with us. Not good for him, not good for the tide pools. Pretty amazing and epic, and just, wow. I gotta work on my vocabulary.
And the whole Olympic Peninsula was it was incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The tide pool.
Oh, yeah. The giant trees and
You just pull off on the side of the road, and it's gorgeous.
it's
amazing.
epic. It is just epic. Yeah.
I think, yeah, that Pacific Northwest area, definitely one of the more beautiful ones. Yeah.
Definitely. Somewhere that I feel like we didn't spend enough time was the Great Sand Dunes National Park.
Yeah.
That was such a beautiful, amazing, different experience. You know, when we planned to go, I mean, I heard it was really beautiful, but I didn't realize how beautiful it was.
Yeah.
It was so quiet and serene. It was challenging. Trying to get up the dunes, it doesn't look very far, but oh my gosh. That was hard for us. Maybe we're not in great shape, but it was a big challenge. And then it started raining and lightning and thunder, and that's probably not the best place to be during a lightning storm. But I would definitely, that would be one of the places I would go back.
Yeah.
What about our favorite place?
Our favorite. If you have one in mind, go ahead.
No, I don't. Because we've been so many amazing places.
Yeah.
Great Sand Dunes, the Pacific Northwest.
Green Turtle Key.
Yeah, Green Turtle Key was awesome.
It's hard to
Oh,
get.
there was Deer Island.
Oh, in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, Deer Island in Salt Lake City.
Our first experience with no seams.
Beauty bites.
It does.
That was a really cool state park.
Yeah.
Very small. Almost, it seemed like it was unknown, but it was really special.
Yeah, buffalo and
Yeah.
It's hard to pick a favorite, you know. We had so many wonderful experiences in so many places.
We really did.
You know, I think one of the most special moments that I can remember was our first night at Mangrove Key. That was a beautiful place. It was our first experience being deserted island all to ourselves.
That's right.
So
No one else for miles.
Yeah.
That was really special.
Yeah. You know, if you've been to those places and had some fun experiences, drop us a line. Let us know what you thought.
Or if there's somewhere you think we should go,
Yeah.
let us know.
So
We're always up for another adventure.
we are down for just about anything.
Just about.
Just about. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.